It struck just after midnight. A powerful 7.5 magnitude earthquake rocking the South Island.
I was just lying in my room and I couldn't believe how long it went on for, and it was quite scary.
It hit in North Canterbury near Hanmer Springs and it was felt right across the country. It triggered more than 100 aftershocks and sparked a tsunami warning for the entire east coast. Waves of 2.5 metres were recorded, the highest tsunami waves New Zealand has seen in close to 40 years.
I woke up and it felt like I was on an airplane waking up during turbulence. It just felt like the whole hotel was shaking, like it was just being blown around in the wind. It was scary and it lasted a long time.
Kept going and got bigger and bigger. And then I saw the staff starting to run out, and that's when we all basically got the hell out of the building.
The worst affected areas include Colvin and Kaikoura, with authorities scrambling to assess damage and respond to reports of injuries.
What's going to happen now as we have daylight is we can go into a proper assessment. Communities will obviously go out and reach out to their neighbours and their friends and their workmates to get a sense of damage and just making sure that people are getting support.
Massive cracks in the road, shattered glass and toppled bottles of wine show just how severe the quake was.
Oh my God.
Schools across the region are closed and people have been told to stay home from work. Damage has also been reported in Wellington. High-rise buildings have been evacuated. Rail, bus and ferry services in the capital have been cancelled. In the Hawke's Bay city of Hastings, residents fled their homes and gathered in a local school hall.
It's not just the physical need to provide them either another place to go, it's also the emotional support. Earthquakes are terrible things for destabilising people's sense of confidence.
Power is out across many areas and roads are blocked by debris. It's likely to be many hours yet before the full scale of this disaster is known. Gemma Coombe, News.
Hey, Shalom Akyam. First off, I want to say Tawada, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai for giving me the spirit to do this video. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there that's doing the work in sincerity. This video is about the uproars of the people in the world, the earthquakes that are happening in diverse places. So I'm going to get a couple scriptures. It's not going to be a long video, so try to make it short as possible, but still edifying. So let's get right to it. 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, write. An angel speaking to Esdras, okay, the prophet Esdras, and the angel is telling him about the prophecies, okay? It's telling him prophecies. So let's go to verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And how is he going to visit the world? Yahweh is going to visit the world through his son, Yahweh Shai, okay, who the world calls Jesus. And the angels are going to be with Yahweh Shai, and they're coming in what the white man calls UFOs. So that's how he's coming to visit. That's how he's coming to visit the world. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Right. Earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Is that not happening? Let's deal with the earthquakes real quick. For years, okay, last I can go back to when it was real heavy, 2010, you had the Haiti earthquake, which dropped their whole infrastructure for the most part, all right? And you had earthquakes in a lot of other places, all right, as well. So these earthquakes has been happening for the past years like clockwork. And today, there was, or yesterday, I think it was either today or yesterday, you had an earthquake in New Zealand. It was a 7.8 earthquake. Okay, so these earthquakes are happening left and right, non-stop. All right, so I'm gonna read that again. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Let's deal with the uproars. Okay, now remember in verse 2, it said, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So that's why he told Esdras to measure thou the time diligently. Okay, and he's speaking to the prophets today. Okay, the elect of the nation of the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You make up the 12 tribes of Israel. He's speaking to you. Okay, there's going to be an elect within that within our nation that's going to understand this knowledge and be able to measure the time because they understand prophecy. Okay, so it said that it is the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right, the very same time. We don't know the day or hour or month. Can't tell you Monday, November, whatever, 19. Can't tell you none of that. But we know by measuring the time diligently, we know we are in that time because we are seeing the earthquakes and we are seeing the uproars. Okay, and when you see those uproars like that, it's because the elite of Esau, the so-called white race, the Edomites, the secret council of the wicked, okay, they're overtopping these governments, like you had the Arab Spring, to establish the New World Order. But we know when they move forward like that to establish the New World Order and taking down governments to put up their puppets, okay, and they're going throughout the Middle East, you know that's part of Satan's New World Order. That's part of the mark of the beast, the time of the mark of the beast. And eventually, they're going to make that chip, the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, they're going to make that mandatory and push that. Okay? So, since the Arab Spring all the way now here to this time, okay, and today you have, they say 500,000 in South Korea that's protesting against their government, against their president, wanting their president to step down. You got the riots here, okay, that's happened all across the states because of this election. So you had all the Arab Spring on the east side while we was over here not really doing too much, okay? Now you have it getting thick over here. So it's done a full circle in the earthquakes to know that the Most High, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, is coming during this time. Whatever day it land on, okay? But we supposed to hasten, we supposed to know that this is a time by the things that are happening in the world. All right, let's go to verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right, then we understand that it's prophecy. We understand that the Lord is coming because he spoke it because we can read it, and it's for us to read the prophets, okay, to read for edification for this time. So the Lord won't catch us like a thief, like he gonna catch everybody else like a thief. Because they're going to be doing, like in Noah time, they're going to be just doing a natural, everyday routine, okay, moving forward in the furtherance of America and the world, and the Lord going to catch them like a thief, all right? Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested. And the end is being manifested. Not only is this the end of the whole world's infrastructure, and we know the Lord is going to issue in the kingdom of heaven, okay, ruled by Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, okay, with the Israelites, okay, and bringing King David back to rule under Yahweh Shai. So we know that's happening. We know that's happening right now. It's in the process. So it says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested, and the end is being manifested on America, man. It's being manifested more and more, and it's being a more and more common thing for people, for the average person, to know that America is Babylon the Great in Revelations. More and more you'll run across people that will agree, even Edomites that will agree. Whether they agree that they are the problem, okay, because you ain't gonna get a lot of them to agree to that, but a lot of them do, or more and more are starting to say that America is Babylon the Great, that great whore, okay, that sitteth upon the beast, all right? So it's being manifested. Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest has plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Right, signs in the skies, okay, and all those things, okay? So it's being manifested. Things are happening faster and faster, and people are seeing more sights in the skies that is making them wonder, like, what is that, okay? Whether they think it's beautiful, whether they think it's scary, either way, they don't know what it is. So they're seeing things in the sky. Verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, okay? And that saved ain't talking about all the nationalities on the earth. It's only talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, because those are who the elect is going to come out of. Those people. I'm going to say it again. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Okay? So it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, okay, and by faith, because faith is dead without works. Okay, it's dead without works. And a lot of these people, especially our people, they have this delusion on them that they can go to the worldly church on Sunday and say, God, 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 I love God, and leave church and do the same things they've been doing wickedly their whole life, okay, and never understanding what the word is really about, never even coming to the conclusion of who they are as a people, okay? They ain't got no works, man. It's just blind faith on nothing, because they don't know the Lord. They don't know Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and they don't understand what time we are in. So let's read that again. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby you have believed. Right. Going out there on the highways and byways, teaching his word, because the word was given to you to teach. Okay, to understanding. Okay, putting up videos, putting up lessons. Okay, week in and week out. All right, that's works. Okay, and continue your works. Whatever you got going in your life, speaking to the ones who are woke, speaking to the brothers, whatever you got going on in your life, all right, that's hindering you from doing what you need to be doing or focusing and keeping your eye single on this truth, you need to go ahead and cut that off, man, before it's too late. All right, before the Lord catch you and you really haven't been doing nothing. Okay? Verse 8, I'm going to stop at verse 8. It's okay, so let me read 7 all the way through verse 8, because it goes together. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby you have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Right, from the beginning. So from the beginning, the Most High created certain spirits, okay, to put in certain lots in his will. Whether you were going to die at the end in this destruction, in this nuclear war destruction that's coming, or you're going to be saved. Okay, everybody has their role within, like we say, the Most High's movie, man. He He's the director, and everybody has their role. That's why it says from the beginning. So when people say, "Oh, you got free will," no, you just think you got free will. Okay, because you can't go against the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So how the hell do you have free will? Okay, when He has sanctified those from the beginning. So if you sanctified from the beginning to be saved and to do the work, okay, you ain't gonna be in the NFL, okay, flying from state to state playing football on TV. You're gonna be doing the work. Okay, so it's based on His will, what He wants. Okay, not what the average delusional human wants. All right. So with that, I'm gonna go to a couple more scriptures. Let's go to Matthew 24, verse 7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation." You know, let me start at 5. "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ," okay, saying they're the Lord, Yahushua, "and shall deceive many." Right, and that's what's happening right now, okay? That's happening through the false prophets that know they're Israelites, and it's happening to the prophets that just claiming they got the Lord, okay? Deceiving our people, deceiving the world, okay, with all these smooth talks, all right? And the ones who know the Israelites are these false, bearing false witness and slanders that's going on within the nation of Israel, talking about the ones that know the Israelites that woke up. Verse 6, "And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Why? Because we know that they got to start pushing the chip. They got to start pushing the mark of the beast in Revelations. Okay? So those wars and rumors of wars going to be happening. Okay? But also them moving forward. Okay? And eventually, okay, pushing forth that chip and making it law that you got to take it or you can't buy, sell, etc., as it says in Revelations, all right? Verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation," which is happening. It's happening all across the globe, man. Nation rising against nation. Okay? North Korea always rising up against South Korea. Okay, you got Russia against America and NATO, the EU and NATO, all the European nations. Militaries that are connected to the U.S., along with Israel. Okay, Iran, Pakistan, and India going at it. Okay, so nation is rising up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And that's what's happening. Pestilence in diverse places. That's what's actually happening right now, man. Okay, and they said famines is happening too. And one of the main ones I can think of is in Venezuela. Okay, they've been going through famine for a minute now, man. You got their people in Venezuela breaking into zoos, okay, to get zoo animals to eat them because they run out of food. Okay, it's a food shortage, and it's been happening. Okay, if you haven't heard about it, go look it up. Okay, they going in there catching zoo animals, man, to kill, to take home to their families so they can have some food. That's how bad they starving over there. So that's a famine, all right? And it said earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Right, because why is the beginning of sorrows? It's like contractions. That's why when you see in the scriptures, the Lord equated to a woman in travail, a woman carrying birth, carrying a baby about to go into labor. So all these sorrows, these things, these are contractions because it's almost time for the Israelites, the elect of the nation of Israel, to be delivered. Like a baby would be delivered, man. Okay? All right? And that baby sees the mother for the first time. Okay? The baby open up his eyes and see the mother. Okay? Same with us. Whoever the elect is with the nation of Israel, they get delivered, they're going to see the Lord's face, man. Yahushua. Okay? They're going to meet the Lord in the air, as it says. Okay? One more scripture. Let's go to Luke chapter 21, verse 11. So Luke chapter 21, verse 11. It says, I'm going to start at 10. "Then said he unto me, Nation shall rise against nation," saying it again, this is Luke, "and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places." Okay. and famines and pestilence and fearful signs. And by the way, to speak on the great earthquakes, the earthquake that happened recently in New Zealand, okay, brought down certain infrastructures, okay? When I saw different videos, and as you'll probably see, you have infrastructures falling down and crumbling on the streets, okay? Because that earthquake was a pretty decent earthquake, man. And I think 2 people died as well. So let's go back to it. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. All right. And one of those main signs, man, these angels being caught on video all across the globe, man. These different sightings and people getting nervous, not really knowing what it is, or just saying that it's aliens. Okay. Like they, like Independence Day or something. And those are signs for the Israelites that the Lord is on his way. The Lord is watching. The Lord is around. The angels popping up as a sign for the ones who are enlightened. Okay? And the only ones that are enlightened on that level are the Israelites. The knowledge was given to the Israelites. All right? So with that, I want to say, Dawada Yahweh Bashim Habshai, for giving me the spirit to do this video. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and honor to you brothers out there that's doing this work in sincerity. We are in this time where it's close. The Lord is at the door, as you see. The earthquakes, the rumor of wars, nation rising against nation. Eventually it's going to pop. And, if you're in this truth and you really believe, man, you want to be doing the work and be counted faithful and worthy to stand in that day to actually be delivered and not be destroyed. Shalom.